Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the third March talk dedicated to the two wheels revolution. This month, the Motability Club, the private circle created by VIA ID for large corporates willing to better grasp the transformation of the mobility and smart city sectors, will tackle the two-wheel revolution in order to better understand how the market is structured to meet the growing demand of users. So this morning, we are delighted to welcome Andre Ilmer. Hi, Andre.
Good morning.
You are the territory manager of Swapfiets in Germany, Denmark, and Austria. You'll present us Swapfiets in details later, but for those who don't know, this is a Dutch company that offers subscription bikes. As you know, we still have, as usual, 15 minutes together this morning. Feel free to use the tabs on the right-hand side of your screen to introduce yourself, but also to ask your question to Andre. We'll answer them at the end of the talk. So maybe to start, Andre, could you present us Swapfiets?
Yes, good morning again, and thanks for inviting me. Thanks, Marie, and to everyone listening in English today. My French is not so good, so I think it's more convenient for everyone if we do it in English. Yeah, it's indeed a very interesting topic today about the two-wheels revolution, but first to Swapfiets. Swapfiets, as the name comes from swap, the English word for change, and fiets, that's the Dutch word for bicycle. And basically, the name is the concept. So we offer the worldwide first bike subscription with the iconic blue tire. And basically, the concept is very simple, as it was upon founding the company. You have a mobility need, you just go to our website and sign up for our bike or other micro-mobility product. Your bike is ready to be delivered. You can pick it up either in the store immediately or we deliver it to your home address. And the best thing out of our offering is that if you need any service or any other trouble, like the bike is stolen, that is not your problem but ours. We come and fix it. So it's a very very convenient product. And for that reason, Swapfiets is basically not giving you a bike, but a guaranteed mobility. So this is the big difference. And everything operates, as Marie mentioned, on a monthly subscription model. And because of above, we don't define ourselves actually as a bike company, but more as a service company. So this is what the offering is. And I think, just to mention again, there is a huge difference between selling a bike, which is a one-time interaction, and then the customer is gone, it's not our thing anymore, versus the subscription model, where we need to convince about the value for money, and they're offering the consumer basically every month again and again and again.
Okay. And so this is a perfect transition. Why did your customer decide to rent a bike instead of buying one?
That's an interesting question. First of all, they don't rent really. They are subscribing. No, that is a lot of people are struggling, and I was questioning myself, what's the difference between renting and subscribing? So if you subscribe something, I believe it's a bit of a longer term relationship. So it's renting is just an interactional thing from A to B, and then it's finished, action closed. You don't identify yourself too much more with the company. And in the subscription, you go into a longer term relationship, if you want to hear it. So even if our subscription model is fully flexible, so just on a monthly basis, you can decide to hop on or hop off. But coming back to your question, why is Swapfiets so popular? So first of all, it's very easy to start. Few clicks, you can test it on our website, swapfiets.com or FR or UK or DE. It's really just in 3 minutes you are done. The second good thing is that Swapfiets is immediately available. Most of the product, of course, some of them are taken like hot bread very quickly, but most of the products are immediately available. And that is something unique, I believe, particularly in 2021. If you go and try to buy a bike, it's really a difficult one. And then the Swapfiets is as well immediately ready to go. So it's immediately usable. You don't need to buy an extra light here, an extra lock there, or anything such. it's really on that condition as you receive it. It's safe and legal to ride. It's set to your size, so you can take off, so to say, in the moment of receiving it. And of course, very important, there is no high investment needed. So if you want to buy a bike, even for a city bike, you need to give a couple of hundreds of euros. An e-bike, I mean, 3,000–4,000 euros. And this, the Swapfiets is really a good option where you don't need to do this investment. And one more thing, and we get mixed up sometimes with some sharing companies. Swapfiets is not sharing in the classical way of meaning. So the Swapfiets is yours, only yours. The key, and that's the one and only key, and you can use it whenever, wherever.
Okay.
At the same time, it's not true neither, because Swapfiets is a circular product. So if you don't want it anymore because you move to another city or you decide to have a different product, you return it. We don't throw it away. We kind of refresh it, pump it up, and then it goes to the next customer. So this is the circularity aspect. And a lot of customers love that, take care of sustainability, and this is why they jump in.
Yeah, of course. And do you offer only bike today, or do you have a wider range of products?
We have a wider range of products. We started with the original, with the Dutch city bike. Then we entered the German market. For that entry, we prepared the bike with gears. So that was the Deluxe one. Then we started to go into the e-bike market with the Power 7. That runs really superb, so to say. And last year we started with e-kicks and e-scoots testing, and it seems to work well, so we're starting to roll it out to various cities. Okay.
And you were mentioning in your introduction that you are present in different European cities. What is your expansion strategy in Europe or abroad, internationally?
Yeah, we just rolled, we started up in a few months ago, the UK with London. We entered Paris, but of course, just a few days ago, we launched some other French cities like Toulouse, Strasbourg, or Lyon. We also active now in Italy. Open up our first store in Spain, in Barcelona, just last week. And if all goes well, Austria, Vienna is starting up in a few days' time.
Nice.
And then further on, of course, a lot more cities and countries are in discussion, but that's a bit of a flexible planning.
Okay. And how do you see the two-wheel market evolve in Europe? Because we've seen these past months a lot of different offers like company bikes, long-term renting, subscription bike. How do you see this market evolving?
First of all, I'm very happy to see that there is an increased demand, and that was there already before Corona hit everyone. And now with Corona, it's even more, because people are looking for an alternative to not only to cars, but also to public transport. So micromobility and sustainable micromobility is getting more and more important. Less cars, and more other products, not only bikes, but e-vehicles, all type of it. I feel as well that quality and sustainability get, both of them get more and more important aspects for the user. And I'm very happy and delighted to see that more and more communities and cities, they jump on that train, they realize the trend, so to say, and they are very active and getting faster and faster to, how you call it, redistribute the space of the inner cities, and also to redistribute the space of the road. So like not 100% car, 0% bike, but more than towards half-half. I mean, this is the roads, how are they in Amsterdam. So we go in that direction. And then, as mentioned before, we have the trend more towards the use instead to own. So that's a nice trend again, because we generate less waste for the planet, and yeah, there is no need to own something if you have the opportunity to just enjoy it and have the full convenience, because no one wants to get dirty and oily with the bike. Someone does it for you, that's an excellent use. And then the electric mobility. I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's the fastest growing market. Not only bikes and e-kicks, but I believe a lot of new hybrid cars, vehicles, all type will hit the market. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Maybe now we can take some questions from the audience. We have Franklin Guigné who say that there are lots of new bike rental companies also offering full services. How do you differentiate?
I think first of all we have very long experience in the bikings, and by reaching almost 250,000 subscribers at the moment, we have a very good and solid database on seeing how our bikes perform. And I don't mean the bike only as whole, but we really have, literally, I mean it, for every single screw we have a data. So we know exactly what could break down, and then we try to upgrade those parts in order to create a more sustainable product, which is, of course, a noble thing. But beside of that, it gives us an ultimate advantage on the how efficient we work. Because, of course, if the parts are higher quality, they break down less, we have less service requests. This is the one thing. And then the second thing is, in the same moment with this methodology, we create an ultimate customer experience, because you don't need to fear that the bike breaks down. And even if we have really a good backup on service, and we do it by ourselves at the moment, so we don't cooperate with, I mean, we cooperate with local partners, but we don't outsource things. So we have the full customer journey in our own hands. And I think this is valued very much by our consumers.
Okay. And Jérôme Tan from Total asks, how many subscriptions do you have currently?
Currently, it's I think it's 230,000-ish.
Okay.
But let's speak about the future, because this is the number we committed to, is to reach 1 million members by 2025. So that's the big goal. And on the way, of course, we can upgrade the product and go to different countries, cities, and so on.
Sounds good. We have a question from Michel Graal from Hutchinson, who are asking, how are you managing maintenance and repair? Is it internal or external activities?
Yeah, as mentioned before, most of it is an internal one. So beside of the network of stores and local operation, we have a network of owned warehouses where we have a very specified way how to treat the bike. It's getting, I mean, I don't want to go too much into detail, but we have a quite good triage system, and then it depends how heavily the bike is broken, what type of qualification and mechanic needs to touch those bikes. And as mentioned before, we really mean it with the sustainability. So it's not only that we don't throw the bike as whole away, of course, but if they return, if one member returns the bike, we pimp it up, we full check it, and it goes out to the next member. But as well, the spare parts. We try to repair it or to recycle it. So one example are the rubber waste, which is a big hurdle for a lot of companies because rubber is really complicated to reuse. But nevertheless, we found a cooperation partner who is reusing the inner tubes and producing new tubes out of them.
Nice.
It's really a great step forward to full circularity.
Okay, nice. A new question from Benoît Savatier from Total. Do you operate all the ground operations, delivery, defleeting, maintenance? We just talked about maintenance. But who are your partners for delivery and delivery?
Us, we do it. I mean, I don't want to go that far that every truck which is resupplying our warehouses is owned. Of course, we rely on some partners, but the ground operation, that is really in hands of Swapfiets. So it's not like you receive a bike in a package, in a box, like you would receive it from Amazon, but it's really brought by one of our staff members, who is then explaining the bike and sets to your right height. That has a safety aspect as well. And we strongly believe in customer service. This is what our members buy, not a bike, but the service behind.
Okay. A new question from George Karkanis, sorry, who said that today you are a B2C company. Do you have the intention to address your services towards companies or for employees' mobility?
Great question. And yes, we are B2C driven, but it's not truly entirely true that we are only B2C. We have already a lot of B2B cooperation. On one hand, we have companies who showed interest to offer our products to their employees as employee benefit or just an alternative mobility. But also we helped out a lot of companies, particularly in the Corona time, to scale up their services and basically provide service to the end users. I think on Gorillas, I don't know if you know them, or Takeaway Group or Volt. So all the delivery companies, a lot of them, they have bikes from us.
Okay, nice. It's already 9:31, so I guess that's it for this morning. Thanks a lot, Andre. That was a pleasure to have you this morning. Thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this talk in English. We'll try to invite an international player every month to focus really on the European market. We'll see you next Wednesday, 9:15, for a French talk, this time with Ludovic Bertrand, the general manager of the Two Wheels offer at Mobivia. So don't hesitate to already register. And thanks again, everyone, and have a great day.
Thank you. Speak soon.
Thanks. Bye.